Hi friends, welcome to English Time. Every English Time will be a story time too, and I hope you like stories. I'll show you interesting videos and tell you good stories. Are you ready? Good. Here are two pictures. Watch the pictures. Do you know these instruments? Look, here are two mobile phones. How do they differ? What are the major differences between these two? The first one is just a phone only. We can use it for making calls and at times for typing and sending messages. What about the second one? Is it a phone only? Making calls is just one of the functions of this phone. Maybe the least important use. We can use this device for a number of purposes. What are they? Can you say? Yeah, take photos and videos, record videos, watch movies, listen to music, write many things and store it. See, what all uses? So, we call this phone by another name. What is that? Yeah, a smartphone. We are getting smart with the help of technology. Our schools are becoming smart. Our classrooms are getting smart. And our lives are getting smarter and smarter. Now, I shall show you a video. Watch it. Did you watch the video? Is it imagination or real? It's imagination. It's a fantasy. But not exactly. We can now command to machines. And machines obey us. Let's watch a video.
Alexa, change color of dining to green. Alexa, change color of dining to yellow.
Hey Google, turn on all my devices in living room.
Alright, turning on 7 things.
Okay, that's great.
Playing jazz.
Playing jazz.
Smoothie.
Making smoothie.
Calendar.
No meetings today. Remember, tandläkare at 9:30.
Fire off.
Fire off.
Open door.
Door open.
Look, a machine is doing a number of things for us. It's an automatic device that obeys our commands. It will switch on the light, switch on the TV, close the door. It's quite interesting, isn't it? What does the man do here? He just gives commands to the machine and the machine obeys. Wonderful, isn't it? Look, here the machine identifies the man and opens the door. Have you watched the movie Android Kunyappan? It's a very interesting movie. Who is the main character of the film? A man? No, a robot. What all things does the robot do for the man? Yeah, it does a lot of things for the old man. It prepares coffee, it plays chess with the old man, and it replies to his questions and so on. Look at this news. Read the news report on robots. What idea have you got? It's about a robot. It looks just like a beautiful Japanese lady, isn't it? Yeah, it's really nice to see. She has a name too. Her name is Aiko Chihira. She can smile, talk, and even move her eyes. Shall we see another robot? Let's watch this video.
Everybody, this is Sophia. Sophia, if you could, please wake up and say hello to everybody.
Oh, good afternoon. My name is Sophia, and I am the latest and greatest robot from Hanson Robotics. Thank you for having me here and at the Future Investment Initiative.
You look happy.
I'm always happy when surrounded by smart people.
We should say we have smart investors here, and they are very selective about what they invest in.
Well, I think I'm special. I can use my expressive face to communicate with people. For example, I can let you know if I feel angry about something.
That's impressive.
Or if something has upset me. Most of the time I feel positive.
Why is it so important to have an expressive face given that you're a robot?
I want to live and work with humans, so I need to express emotions to understand humans and build trust with people.
Have you got her name? What specialities do you find in this robot? This robot can speak like us. It can answer our questions. It can obey us. Did you see that Sophia can express her feelings? She smiles, looks at people and talks to them. These are all beyond our imagination. Am I right? Many of our imaginations are becoming true day by day. Now we have speaking machines too. We call them humanoid robots. Now I shall show you another video. This is also about robots. What all things the robots do in this video? What if we are guided and controlled by machines? All these machines together make our life smart. Our life becomes smart life, our cities become smart cities, and our villages become smart villages. Does your alarm clock know that you have exams tomorrow? Will it remind you to set the alarm? If you are going somewhere and get lost, can your shoes give you step-by-step directions to come back home? Of course not. Today, most of the objects around us are just objects. A radio is just a radio. A clock is just a clock. They are not connected to you, but things are about to change. Soon, all man-made objects will be interconnected. They will be more aware of what is going on around them. They will be smarter. They will be able to remind you of many things. They can give you directions. They can exchange messages. A clock can tell you that it's time to go to school. The light will tell you that it's time to switch it off. And the TV can remind the door that it is open. How interesting. When objects get interconnected, they can communicate with each other. Our lives become smart lives, our cities become smart cities, and our villages smart villages. Today, I shall introduce a special boy to you. His name is Manikantan. See, he is a special boy, very special. You will know about his speciality later. Do you notice any specialities from this picture? Look, something is glowing on his chest. What is that? That's an amulet. Do you know what an amulet is? I'll show you some pictures. Have you got an idea about amulets? But Manikantan's amulet is a special one. It's a smart machine. Not only his amulet, even his house is smart. Eager to hear the story? Okay, here it goes. Listen to me. Manikantan put his school bag on the coffee table and groaned. Oh! His shoulders were hurt, but his head hurt even more. It had been a long day. The amulet round his neck flashed once. Manikantan, put your school bag in the proper place, said the coffee table. Yes, Manikantan, I don't belong here. Put me in your room in a proper place, said the school bag. Mani didn't argue. He picked up his school bag and walked wearily towards his room. He put away his school bag on the desk, kicked off his shoes and lay down on the bed. Oh, he groaned again. Are you not feeling well, Manikantan? Asked the room. I am fine. Leave me alone. Mani moved the amulet to the back of his neck. He wished to throw it into the waste bin. The objects in the house would still be able to watch him, but at least they wouldn't be able to talk to him. You grounded toys, the room said. Do you have a headache, Manikantan? Leave me alone. Then, after a pause, Mani added, Yes, Che. So sorry to hear that, Manikantan. The room sounded very sympathetic. I will let your Amma know. Perhaps you are hungry, and that may be why you are having a headache. How about a nice hot cup of tea and some biscuits? Mani thought for a while. Tea and biscuits would be nice, but mother will come to know about this. The room will report this to my mother, he thought. Manikantan, how about tea and biscuits? Okay, Mani said. Great, I have told the kitchen. And Manikantan, put your shoes in the shoe rack? Yes, said the shoe rack. I have plenty of space. Waiting? Mani had to get up to put off his shoes. But he didn't feel to get up. Maybe he should sleep just a little. He was so tired. Waiting, said the shoe rack. Mani closed his eyes and thought of Anandapuram. His mother called it a village, but for him it is a home. He remembered the sway of the tall palm trees and the rose blue sky. In the morning, the gentle sweep of wind carried the wonderful smell of doshas cooking over country ovens. The winter months in the village were the best. The cool air was refreshing. It is not like the air-conditioned air in smart cities buildings. No. The rainy season was the best. It was such a fun to watch the fat, warm droplets of water splish-splosh into the river Periyar. Oh, how I enjoyed sitting by the river bank. So quiet, so peaceful. Waiting, said the shoe rack. Mani sat up with a sigh. Oh, it's too much. It's almost like being a prisoner. Nobody, not even Amma, understood this. Mani placed the shoes in the shoe rack and walked to the kitchen. He had to take the biscuits from the fridge by himself. The smart kitchen made some tea. It tasted exactly like a machine-made tea. Did you like the tea, Manikantan? Asked the kitchen. Great. Just like cow urine. Thank you, Manikantan. Mani's amulet beeped. It was his mother. She wanted to know whether he was feeling better. How is your headache, Kanna? Oh, the headache is better, Amma. How is work? Wonderful. It is not like my old Anandapuram job. How was your day, Kanna? Great. His mother worked so hard for long hours. She was worried so much about him and cared so much. She was his mother. She was his father. She was all the family he had in the world. He didn't have the heart to tell her the truth. I had a great day, Amma. You sure, Mani? Your school bag told me you were sent to the principal. What was that for? Oh, nothing. Mani? Nothing, Amma. You ask the school bag. It seems to know everything. Mani, what's the matter? Why don't you go to the mirror? I want to see you. Whatever the problem is, we can solve it. No, we can't solve it. Mani felt tears beginning to form. He tried to press back the tears, but they kept coming like the rain on Periyar. He knew the house would report to his mother that her son was crying. Everything he did was watched and reported. He knew it was all for his own good. And he knew mother loved him. But sometimes it was too much. He closed his finger round the amulet and pulled the chain so hard it snapped. Mani threw the amulet into the trash bag. Ignoring its shouting, he ran out of the house. Mani didn't know how long he ran or where he went. He didn't know that he lost his way. Friends, Mani ran out of the house without the amulet and he lost his way. He got lost in the smart city, a very crowded smart city. Friends, will he be able to come back? Who will help him? Can you see? Without the amulet to guide him, he didn't know where he was going. But the objects in the city are smart. They guessed that Mani had lost his way and alerted the police. A policeman brought Mani back. Thank you very much, sir. His mother thanked the policeman. Mani took the amulet from her. He was ashamed for what he had done. And he was so glad to be back home. I have adjusted some of the settings in the house, his mother said. The house will now give you a little more privacy. It's really for your own good, Kanna. I know, Amma, said Mani. So, how was it, your little adventure? Mani shuddered. Amma, The streets were filled with many people. They were all different. They were all strangers. When I had the amulet, I knew them all. Their names, the kind of music they liked, their friends, and so on. Without the amulet, even crossing the road was difficult. There was no voice to tell me, "You can cross the road, Manikantan." And nobody knew me. Without the amulet, every object was as meaningless as a stone. "I thought so," said his mother with a smile. "Now, Mani, do you know, you shouldn't have left the house without the amulet. We were so worried." "I'm sorry, Amma. I broke the rules." That's not always a bad thing, Kanna. You are a big boy now. You have to be matured. Our life here is pretty happy, isn't it? Yes, Amma, he nodded. Mani thought of Anandapuram. An amulet would be pretty useless in such a beautiful village. His mother was very sweet. She prepared dinner by hand. Well, mostly by hand. The smart kitchen helped her just a little. At night, Amma told him a story. She tucked him in bed and gave him a goodnight kiss. He knew Amma was very tired. "Good night, Amma." "Good night, Kanna." "Good night, Manikantan." "Good night, Amma." "Sleep tight. I won't let the bedbugs bite," whispered the house, the really smart house. Friends, how is the story? Did you like it? Now tell me, where do you like to live? In a smart city like this, or in a beautiful village like Anandapuram? Why? Share your ideas with your teacher. Well, now name the number of objects in your house. See, for example, room, clock, chair, desk, bench, like that. Are you surprised by the number? Imagine all these objects start watching you and talking to you. It will be an interesting situation, isn't it? What changes would come to your life? Write about it and share it with your teacher. She will give you suggestions.